Hey there, CJ Math students. Tonight I'm going to help you out with homework 2.6, subtracting integers. So first set of directions says first use KCC to change each subtraction problem to an addition problem, then label the type of problem and find the sum. So this is how we're going to do this. On every problem you're going to write KCC above it just to get into the habit. KCC, you're going to change it. So 15 plus positive 2. Now you're going to tell me, okay, I have 15 plus positive 2, both of those are positive. You're going to say SSAK. You're going to say same signs, add, keep, and that's how you get 17. Right, so number 3. I would pause the video if I were you right now and do number 2 because it's very similar to number 1. Number 3, KCC, negative 12 plus negative 10, it becomes. So again, it's SSAK because they're both negatives. So just add them up, keep the sign, so 12 plus 10 gives me 22, and I keep the sign negative 22. I'd pause the video right now and do number 4, very similar to number 3. Number 5, KCC, keep, change. That's different signs subtract because I now have a negative and a positive. So that means I'm going to do 8 minus 5, which is 3. My answer is going to be positive 3 because I had more positives than negatives. So my answer is positive 3. Pause the video and do number 6. Number 7, KCC plus a negative, right? So again, I have DSSL, different sign subtract. I'll do 11 minus 10. I'll get 1. My answer is negative 1 because I have more negatives than I do positives. Pause the video and do number 8. Number 9, KCC, 13 plus positive 5, and this is very similar to our first one. It's SSAK. You have same signs, you have both positive, add and keep them. So 13 plus 5 is 18. Pause the video and do number 10. All right, for 11 through 14, you're going to KCC when there's more than one number. So it's a little bit confusing, but you can kind of intuitively figure it out. So KCC, you only do it to the subtraction part of the problem. So keep it, change it. This now becomes negative 4 plus 3 plus negative 4. So you'll use the commutative property of addition to rewrite this. And I should see this work when you do the evens. So it should be negative 4 plus negative 4 plus 3. What have I done here? I've said, hey, I'm going to use the commutative property to move this negative 4 over here. Commutative property says I can just flip stuff around and it will all add up to the same thing. Why did I do that? Because I want the same signs next to each other so I can add those first and then subtract the 3. So I don't have to be subtracting and adding and going back and forth, right? So negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. So this is negative 8 plus 3. This turns out to be DSSL. That's how we get negative 5 as our answer because we had more negatives than we did positives. Again, how did I get my negative 8 there? I added negative 4 and negative 4 to get negative 8. I just brought down my 3. And I got negative 8 plus 3 gives me negative 5. Answer there. So again, on this one, let's KCC first. So negative 8 plus positive 1. Let's rewrite that down. Negative 8 plus 1 plus 3. And now this time I don't need to rewrite because look, the positives that I want next to each other are already next to each other. So let's add those guys first. 1 plus 3 is 4. Oops, sorry about that. 1 plus 3 is 4. So I have negative 8 plus 4. And why can I add 1 and 3 first before doing negative 8 plus 1? Because again, commutative property of addition says I can do them in any order I want, right? 8 plus 1 plus 3 is always going to equal the same thing no matter what order I add them up in. So negative 8 plus 4 is DSSL again. I have more negatives, that's why my answer is negative 4. I would pause the video right now, do 13 and 14, and make sure you show the work that I showed on 11 and 13. Okay, on the back side, first label each type of problem. Be careful, change subtraction problems first by using KCC. So I have mixed up both subtraction and addition. You only use KCC when you subtract. Please write that down. Only use KCC when you subtract. Okay, so when you see subtraction sign, that's when you can use KCC. Other than that, it's normal DSSL or SSAK. Right, so here I'm going to use KCC. no KCC, no KCC. Here, I'm going to use KCC. Here, I'm going to use KCC. No KCC, no KCC. Here, I will use KCC. And on 24, KCC, right? So I will do the odds. So 2 plus -4, 2 plus -4 is a DSSL problem. I have more negatives than I do positives, right? 14 negatives compared to 2 positives. So I'll do 14 minus 2, that'll give me 12, but my answer is -12, so I had more negatives. This, no KCC because there's a plus sign, so just right off the bat, it's DSSL. I have more positives than I do negatives, so 8 minus 7 is 1, positive 1. 19, again, it's just DSSL, and I have more positives this time than I do negative, and I have my answer of 10. Last one, I have -6 KCC, so plus -15 gives me SSAK. Same signs, add, keep. So I'll add 15 plus 6, and I'll get 21, but again, keep the sign, so I get -21. Last one, 23, -3 plus -11, again, that's SSAK. So add them up, 11 plus 3, I get 14. Keep the sign as -14. Please make sure you show all work on the evens, just like I did. Thanks, call me if